Ladies and gentlemen, another day here in Jacksonville with Jaguars OTA practices. Another day of Travis Hunter. Looks like he's probably going to be on the offensive side of the ball today. A couple of days ago, we did see the man had an outstanding one-handed deflection, almost interception during Jaguars OTA practices. We also see Anton Harrison back out here after missing a couple of practices earlier in the week. Now, in this video, we're going to break down everything you need to know from the news, the notes, the highlights, the observations from today. However, before we dive into this video, I do want to give credit where credit is due, and that is with all of the Jaguars media members, man. Without them, these videos just are not possible to make. So do me a favor, go follow them on X because you will not regret it. They're going to keep you updated with all these highlights, all the news, all the notes, up to the second that it happens at practice. So make sure you guys go follow them really quickly. Comment down below who you're most excited to see throughout the preseason this year. And with that being said, let's dive into today's practice. And here we go. First look of Travis Hunter in today's practice is in that teal, working with some of the wide receivers. You see J.J. Jones, you see Chandler Brayboy, you see Parker Washington, Joshua Cephas, and some other guys as well. So yes, definitely working with the wide receivers at least early in practice. Here's some more of the defensive line. You see Emmanuel Ogbah, the brand new defensive end coming over from Miami. You also have Dwayne Smoot as well. He was back at practice for the first time, I believe, today. So you have two basically newcomers getting some work in here today. You see Trayvon Walker, Devon Hamilton, Mason Smith. All these guys, you know, ready to work, man. We also saw yesterday the Jaguars signed Dennis Gardeck. This guy has a lot of potential. They obviously love what he brings to the team, and you know, don't be surprised if he comes in here on day one and really starts to make a name for himself within this defensive line. All right, another quick look at the DB room. You see Tyson Campbell, you see Jordan Lewis, but really quickly, I want you guys to comment down below, who do you think the starting three DBs are going to be for this football team? Because it's a big question, right? Obviously, Travis Hunter, he's practicing a lot of wide receiver lately with the team, but he is, you know, mixing in with the DBs a lot. So do you see more of a Tyson Campbell, Jordan Lewis, Travis Hunter room on the DB side? Or do you see them maybe just, you know, sometimes putting Travis Hunter in there, having Jarrian Jones be that main outside starter? Or let me know what you guys think overall. We also see Caleb Ransaw. He's probably a guy that might get some starter reps here and there alongside Darnell Savage. They signed Eric Murray. So obviously this DB room is looking a lot better. They added about 4 new pieces that could be day one starters. Here's some Devin Lloyd. Now this drill, all they're really trying to do is disengage from a block and go make a tackle on the ball carrier, right? So when this rep first goes, you're going to see him initiate contact. Boom. Once he sees Combs turn, that's when you want to disengage from the block. So boom, disengages. Also, what this drill is trying to do is they want to teach these guys that when they're blocking, they want to keep their eyes on the backfield, right? They want to always be able to read, react, and attack to what the running back is doing. So boom, go make a hit, go make a tackle. And you see, continue to drive those legs even with this thing on the ground. They're trying to be aggressive this year, man. They're really trying to cement into this football team. Hey, we need to come out here and we need to hit. Okay, we need to be physical at the point of attack, and we need to make things happen. So cool little drill here for Devin Lloyd. You can see how serious this man takes it. Here's some more defensive line work here. You see Josh Hines-Allen, you see Trayvon Walker, and a bunch of these guys just putting in work along the defensive line. Now, really quickly, before we get any further into today's video and break down even more of maybe some Travis Hunter, make sure you guys do me a really big favor. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you want more of this Jacksonville Jaguars content throughout the entirety of this year's offseason. But most importantly, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. It is free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. And we will be covering this Jaguar team through everything. Now, you may be asking, what does that include? Well, not only are we going to cover the rest of OTAs, we're also going to cover mandatory minicamp, right? The next 2 weeks, we got practice. And then after this, they take about a month off, and then they'll get into training camp, right? So pretty much once training camp's here, we're going to have preseason football. We're going to be breaking down all 22 coaches' film for every single game. If you guys want to see it, all you got to do is let me know in the comments down below. And with that being said, let's kind of dive back into the video and look at some more Josh Hines-Allen, Trayvon Walker going through these drills. I mean, these two could be insane going into next season. Obviously, bringing in Emmanuel Ogbah off the edge, you need good depth. You need guys that can rotate in and give you that same type of energy. Smoot and Ogbah are both guys that, the Jaguars are really high on. And if they can add just a little bit of pass rush off the bench, this team could have some real success going into next year. Here's a quick rep from Brian Thomas. All we're doing is shallow crossing over the middle. Double shallow crosses. Get out in space. Make guys miss. Stiff arm. One cut. And then get up the field. Hold on to the ball. Quick, easy drill. Just trying to get these wide receivers warmed up. Now we see Travis Hunter basically just run the same thing. Brenton Strange. Some tight ends on the opposite side. Sometimes they use this as like kind of a pick. A rub route. Again, just trying to get in the way of his DB. I know there's no DBs on the field right now, but again, just trying to get out in space. Build chemistry with some of these guys. Nice route here by Travis Hunter. Probably about 50% speed. Another rep here from Jalen McLeod, rookie out of Auburn. I believe they drafted him in the 6th round of this year. Didn't have the greatest year at Auburn last year, but you could tell this dude screams with explosiveness when you watch his tape from Auburn and a couple of years back as well during his collegiate career. Right here goes to a rep and maybe doesn't do it hard enough, right? You need to be more physical, right? And the coach says, hey, listen, physicality. We need to have some aggression here. Rip through, right? Rip through quick. So he gets another shot at it and actually does a really good job on the second rep. Boom, rips through and goes make a tackle on the defender. So and then they want it again. More aggressiveness. Explode. Rip through. All they're trying to teach these guys right now is explode. Explode through. Rip through. Trying to really get Jalen McLeod up and ready to go this year, man. I like that. I like when these guys want to be coached. Another thing that they really want to improve on this year is forcing fumbles. So you see some of these DBs go over. They're going to use that left arm to potentially secure the tackle, but use that right arm to, boom, try to punch these things out, man. This is one thing that can really change a game, right? Forcing these fumbles, creating a turnover at any point in time. You need to be able to create some turnover. So Tyson Campbell and these DBs trying to really do that. And the one really thing important about this is securing the tackle with the left arm, because if you go for that peanut punch and you don't have the tackle, kind of secured at this point, you're done. Right? He's going to go all the way. So great job there by Tyson Campbell. Good rep. Another nice rep here from Jordan Lewis. We get press man onto Tyson Campbell, just trying to work on initial releases and being able to stay hip to hip the entire time. Get your eyes back to the quarterback, to the football. Make sure you guys are there, and then finishing the drill, getting interception right here. Kind of snags this thing with one hand. I believe the offense was out or indoors for a lot of practice today, so I don't think the media was really in there today. They were more outside with the defense. So didn't get to see too much of the offensive line, which you see in the background there, and some of the wide receivers, quarterbacks, they were inside today, so didn't get to see too much of them initially during practice. Now, here's a little bit of Caleb Ransaw from today's practice, the young rookie. They really do like this dude a lot. We'll see if he can kind of mix in with the ones during team activities. But I am going to end the video here. But mandatory minicamp starts next week. So we're going to have so much more film, footage, news, notes, updates from not only 7-on-7s and 11-on-11s, but just practice in general. I do apologize. Didn't get to see too much of Travis Hunter in today's practice. But maybe I'll drop a part 2 if we see some more. So hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.